Today is Monday, Parashat Shemot. We're starting a new book, the book of Shemot. We're starting also a very special period of the year, which is called the period of Shovevim. Shovevim stands for an acronym. It's an acronym for Shemot, Va'era, Bo, Beshalach, Yitro, Mishpatim. 6 weeks known as the 6 weeks of Shovevim. Now, when we have Adar ve'Adar, just like this year, we have 2 months of Adar, we add the parashiot of Teruma and Tetzaveh. So in other words, most of the years it's a period of 6 weeks. This year and the years of Adar ve'Adar, it's a period of 8 weeks. This is the period where we have extra assistance mishamayim. It's a propitious period for doing teshuvah. And as we read through the parashiot that represent the exile in Egypt, the slavery in Egypt, the freedom from that slavery, when we go out, when the Exodus takes place, the receiving of the Torah, which is really the true freedom. So this period of the year that we read in the Torah about the enslavement in Egypt and the freedom from that enslavement and the receiving of the Torah is a period of the year that has extra assistance. It's sort of a light that shines on this period to help us ourselves individually to go out from our personal enslavements to our personal freedom in the way of Torah. Slavery is not just building pyramids and being enslaved by Egyptian taskmasters. Slavery could be also being subjected to the slavery of Yetzer Hara, of the evil temptations, and could be in various fields where a person has certain temptations, certain things that he knows are improper, that he feels he shouldn't do, but the Yetzer Hara pushes him to do them. Those things are also a certain type of enslavement, because the exile in Egypt and the slavery in Egypt was not just physical, it was actually also a spiritual enslavement. So if in the parashiot we experience the freedom from that enslavement, we also have today, as we begin, or this week, as we begin the parasha of Shemot, this period of the year, we have extra assistance from Shamayim to free ourselves from whatever slaveries we need to free ourselves from. And this period of the year is also a period that we focus on certain aspects of Teshuvah, especially in the areas of Shmirat HaLashon and Shmirat HaBrit. Shmirat HaLashon is being very careful with our speech, that we shouldn't say Lashon Hara, we should not, if we make a neder, a vow, we should not fulfill that vow, we should fulfill what we commit that we're going to do. It's a period to be careful also with any vulgar speech, that our mouth should be dedicated to only pure speech, Torah, prayer, compliments, words of kindness to other people. That is the period of the year where we should really focus on that aspect of Teshuvah. There is another area also, which is Shmirat HaBrit, things that have to do with modesty, with proper dress, with what our eyes should see or not see, anything that has to do with those ideas that are connected to what Yosef HaTzadik stood for. So Shmirat HaLashon and Shmirat HaBrit are areas where this period of the year we get extra assistance. This is when we introspect and work on ourselves to improve ourselves in this area, and there is extra assistance mishamayim. Now there is a custom also during this period to have what we call ta'anit dibur, to take a day. Some people do it on Shabbat, others also could be done during the week, where one day is dedicated to only pure speech of Torah learning, of Tehillim, of prayer, and no mundane speech at all. Take some self-control, and it's a kind of a fast. Ta'anit means a fast, ta'anit dibur. A fast of speech is something that can bring great benefit to a person in terms of his spiritual accomplishments. And even if you don't do it for a whole day, maybe if during this period you dedicate an hour a day to refrain from any mundane speech at all, that also could be beneficial. So may we be zocheh be'ezat Hashem to really benefit from the potential of this period of Shovevim, as Am Yisrael goes from me'avdut lecherut, from slavery to freedom in the parashiot, that we also individually go from our individual slaveries to our individual freedoms in the way of Torah. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.